All right. Greetings, brothers and sisters. I'm Brother John, President for UNIA-ACL Division 421. Tonight is November 13th, 2022. It's 5:18 p.m. And we will officially begin our mass meeting for today. This is our first mass meeting for the month of November. The topic for tonight's mass meeting is the UNIA-ACL Division 421 Universal African Black Cross Nurses. Well, before we go into that, let me open up the meeting with the pledge to the red, black, and green flag. Everybody. All right, if you would, please take your mics off mute and repeat after me. I commit my body, mind, and spirit.
I commit my body, mind, and spirit
To the protection, defense, and security.
To the protection, defense, and security
Of the red, the black, and the green.
Of the red, the black,
and green.
I dedicate my life to the
I
redemption of Africa.
I dedicate my life to the redemption of Mother Africa
and the liberation of her scattered black children.
and the liberation of her scattered black children.
I accept for myself and my descendants
I accept for myself and my descendants
the teachings of universal African nationalism.
the teachings of universal African nationalism.
And I promise that our children will be instilled
And I promise that our children will be instilled
with the purpose and knowledge of themselves as African people.
with the purpose and knowledge of themselves as African people.
In order that the cause of our struggle
In order that the cause of our struggle
will neither falter nor fail
will neither falter nor fail
until all black people are free and united
until all black people are free and united
through one God,
through one God,
one aim,
one aim,
and one destiny.
and one destiny.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me get my microphone and my glasses.
Race first.
Raise first.
Yes, sir. Race first. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, as I said, tonight's topic, UNIA-ACL Division 421, Universal African Black Cross Nurses. We did our pledge, roll call. Let me quickly do roll call. On the Zoom, we have myself, Brother John, member number 306. We have UNIA member number 2, CDPM member number 3, President Ross Marvin, UNIA member 165, Legal Defense Committee Coordinator, Attorney Imhotep, UNIA member 149, our local division colonel, Baba James, and Chaplain Mitchell. I'll get your UNIA number in just a second. We got Chaplain Mitchell. And on the conference line, if you would, on the conference line, please let us know who you are. I don't have my conference line information up right now. I think we had a sister on the conference line. Oh, Sister Mary. Okay. So that makes, greetings, Sister Mary. That makes 7 of us on the call tonight. Let's see. Oh, there's your red, black, and green flag. Quote of the day from Marcus Garvey says, the idea of the white man making black a symbol of mourning and sadness is just to show the extreme of purity of whiteness and its joy and happiness. Reverse this, if possible, teach the Negro that when he is in mourning, he should wear white, and when he is happy, to wear black. This is meeting propaganda with propaganda, the hatchet with the hatchet, the stick with the stick, and the stone with the stone. So we have to reverse the propaganda that we've been taught that black is bad and white is good. Okay, so Universal African Black Cross Nurses. The objective of the auxiliary this auxiliary of the Universal Negro Improvement Association shall be named the Universal African Black Cross Nurses. They seeks first aid kits and emergency kits to be ready when a disaster strikes our people. They're responsible for establishing a database of individuals interested in Black Cross nurses from the CBPM website's Black Cross Nurses contact form. Universal African Black Cross Nurses shall carry on a system of relief and to supply the same in mitigating the suffering caused by pestilence, famine, floods, and other great calamities, and carry on measures for preventing the same. Black Cross nurses are to attend to the sick of the division to which the public auxiliary is the attached and be ready for service at any time when called upon. To issue pamphlets to educate the public on the use of safety devices and the prevention of accidents, to instruct in sanitation for the prevention of epidemics, and to instruct in first aid. Black Cross Nurses organizes the Black Cross Nurses folder and files in the UNIA-ACL office. Black Cross Nurses identifies the staff needed to have the Black Cross Nurses functioning properly and establish it. To build the local chapter of Black Cross Nurses internally with a complete staff to serve all Africans within the jurisdiction of Division 421's territory. To increase the membership of Division 421's Black Cross Nurse chapter, and works closely with the international organizer of Universal African Black Cross Nurses, who's right now is the 3rd Assistant President General, Brother Kwahir. Oh wait, he's 4th Assistant President General, sorry. I actually wanted to pull some more information, but that's just the responsibilities pulled from the from our bylaws and the Constitution. But I did want to try to find some history of the Black Cross nurses. But any questions, comments on the responsibilities of Universal African Black Cross nurses and Division 421's Black Cross nurses?
So we're gonna get an active body of nurses?
Yes, that is the.
I'm sorry, I got on late. I came on late online. Sorry.
No, you're all right. You didn't miss anything. That is the plan. We talk about it. We kind of do it a little bit and then we fall off and forget about it. We have to be more consistent. And yeah, just more consistent as far as establishing that group. And I feel like a great way of doing that is well, I don't know. I mean, I guess the first step is to pull the group together, those that are interested in Black Cross nurses, and then after that, establish some form of regular meetings.
And I guess, I don't know, but I'm assuming at some of these hospitals, they may have Black Nurse Associations and things where we might get appealed to.
Yes,
Perhaps. I don't know.
I would think so. I don't know. I mean, I would have to look up that information. I'm not sure if anybody has information on nursing associations that's on the call.
Well, maybe we can look some up and then, respond in that manner.
Seems like a good idea.
Or even maybe on those college campuses, those girls who are studying to be nurses, But then we'd have to show how this would benefit them.
Yeah, we still need to come together and put together a program or a brochure or something. If we want to do something specifically for the Black Cross nurses, or if we just want to go out as a UNIA in general and recruit on behalf of Black Cross nurses. But I would think that we'd want to put something together, some information together to hand out.
And I think you're right. So that's our first task.
Well, let me see. Do I have anything? I may have something already. Yeah, and that's let me go through. Yeah, maybe we could use some of the stuff that we already have. So some of the information that we've gotten from the parent body. Let me see what did I do with this email. January 19th, 2022. Okay, I forward this one out to everybody. So some facts about the Black Cross nurses. Universal African Black Cross Nurses. The Black Cross Nurses of the Universal Negro Improvement Association was formally chartered in 1921 as a collective of auxiliaries for the purpose of providing education, medical aid, and community service. UNIA women instituted necessary public health services where few existed. Served to combat against de jure, de facto racism, provided services that aided in decreasing infant mortality, promoted proper sanitation, and increased both formal and informal educational opportunities for Black women. They stood ready to, quote, bring succor to male soldiers on the future battlefields in Africa in the struggle to free Africa from colonial rule, end quote. Service in the Black Cross nurses therefore increased opportunities to serve the race and publicly signaled a commitment to the UNIA program. Black Cross nurses was formed in part due to the limited access of Black women to the nursing schools available in the United States. Too often, the Black Cross nurses of New York City is mistakenly taken as the only Black Cross nurse auxiliary, when in actuality, each UNIA division had a Black Cross nurses of its own. Black Cross nurses and the Universal Motor Corps had memberships in the tens of thousands in the United States alone. It was started by Lady Henrietta Vinton Davis, who became the lead organizer. It was started as an auxiliary in the UNIA to assist women who were already practicing homeopathic remedies. It eventually established a nursing program in LA with Dr. J.J. Peters and Dr. Logan Horton. 1928 was an 18-month program, could not buy the uniform until completion of the program. That's powerful. So that means that all the sisters that we've seen in the pictures of the parades had completed an 18-month program before they could wear that outfit. That's commitment. They had examination process, had graduation ceremony to become certified nurses. Majority of Black women are doing domestic work in rural South and factory work in the North. Black women have always known about bush and berry medicine. So Black Cross Nurse combined homeopathic medicine with textbook medicine. In places such as Louisiana, Miami, Florida, Mobile, Alabama, Key West, Florida, Denver, Colorado, Los Angeles, California, where Black people would not necessarily get to see a doctor, Black Cross Nurses was there. The Black Cross Nurses was universal, similar to the UNIA. Black Cross Nurse prints pamphlets with instructions on how to use certain teas, how to treat rashes, how to cure whooping cough, how to do if you have lighthead, or what to do if you have lighthead, what to do if your husband was cranky, what to do if your children were not listening to you, what to do for sucking thumb. Result is sharing of ideas from Caribbean, Africa, North America, South USA in these pamphlets. So it was a collective of information. And last thing, it would sit down, or the Black Cross Nurses would sit down with each other to compare notes, nomenclature, etc. And they use aloe vera as an example. But to your point, Lady President, these brochures, such as things on remedies, how to use certain teas, how to treat rashes, how to treat coughs. We're still kind of coming out of the pandemic. This would have been it was a great opportunity to talk about cleanliness and hygiene. But when we go to these people, I feel like we should have something to bring to the table. That's my only thought, but I'm willing to approach them.
Georgia's closing too. So if we could get some active Black Cross nurses, that might be helpful for people in that in respect to this city, Atlanta, losing a hospital. So if we can get some active Black Cross nurses, that would certainly be welcome, I think.
Yes, I'm sure with the closing of a major hospital, there will be a need for these services. But again, I mean, who's doing the work of organizing? And that's where we, as quote unquote Garveyites, that's where we're supposed to step up as the organizers. But let's see, there are 6. Yeah, it's only 8 people on the call right now. Mama Mina, you are, serving as our lady president, and you've pushed.
So do we have any other women online?
That's what I was going to say. I don't think so. Not in Atlanta, at least.
So let's get the list of these women and give everybody a call. I might have one somewhere around here.
I can give you the printed out list.
Okay. Excuse me?
I printed out the list, the membership list. I'll be able to give you a copy of that on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, good. Very good. And then we can actually be, I guess the national park already have a program identifying Black Cross nurses and what their role would be, right? Roles and responsibilities.
Well, we always start with the Constitution. So yes, in the Constitution, it does define some roles and responsibilities of the Black Cross nurses. Actually, great question. Why don't we just go to the Constitution?
Okay.
And we'll read straight from the Constitution to understand the roles and responsibilities of the Black Cross nurses. Okay, here we are. Rules and regulations governing the Universal African Black Cross Nurses. And also on Tuesday, any members that are on the line, I don't know if I've mentioned yet. We haven't mentioned it because this is our first mass meeting. We're just doing so much. We're not really communicating very well, but we got to attend meetings as well. We had an executive meeting last night, wasn't very well attended. Orientation last night, myself, Mama Mina, and Brother Omasius attended that. We have orientation on Tuesdays. We're supposed to have business meetings on Thursday. We weren't able to have that this week, but we're reaching out to communicate, but everyone needs to be reaching out and reaching back to continue the communication. But at any rate, every Tuesday this month, we'll be at the Omanala Griot Afrocentric Museum. We'll be there using the facility to serve as our Liberty Hall. So Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. That will be Liberty Hall for Atlanta Division 421. Baba James has done a great job helping us to secure the space, as well as develop some programs for the time that we're at the space. We're looking at RBG Black Business Market. We're looking at something that we're calling Wototo Village, but after school children program and activities. And we also do our UNIA officers training is held out of that facility in the evening. So I encourage all members to come out and support our Liberty Hall here in Atlanta, Omanala Griot, on Tuesday evenings, anytime that you have from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Come down, support, break bread. I've got some constitutions, and that's what I meant. That's where I was going with this. We've got new constitutions. So everyone that has been to the griot, Mama Mina, Baba James, has received the new constitution. And that will be the place that I'd like to, basically give out the constitutions to active members. So Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., we will be at Omanala Griot Afrocentric Museum. Any questions on that? Okay. So back to Black Cross nurses, according to UNIA-ACL Constitution, rules and regulations governing the Universal African Black Cross Nurses. Article 1 is the name. This auxiliary of the Universal Negro Improvement Association shall be named Universal African Black Cross Nurse. Article 2 is the objects. Section 1, the objects of the auxiliary shall be on a system of relief and to supply the same in mitigating the suffering caused by pestilence, famine, fire, floods, and other great calamities, and to devise and carry on measures for preventing the same. So times of emergency, times of need, national emergency, we would need an auxiliary. That's what the first section says. Or even local, fire, floods, domestic issues. Okay, section 2, to attend to the sick of the division to which the public auxiliary is attached and be ready for service at any time when called upon by His Highness, the potentate. But that would be basically President General at this time. But to attend to the sick of the division. That's the second section of the objects. Number 3 is to issue pamphlets which tend to educate the public to the use of safety devices and prevention of accident, to instruct in sanitation for prevention of epidemics, and to instruct in first aid. And I think we didn't give out pamphlets, but we did instruct in sanitation for prevention during COVID-19, and we still do that. But that is the third object. Educate the public. That's what we were talking about with pamphlets. So national disasters, to attend to the sick on a regular basis, and to educate our people in regards to health prevention and homeopathic medicine. Article 3 is membership. Section 1. All women of Negro blood and African descent between the ages of 16 and 45 may become members of the auxiliary. Only active members of the Universal Negro Improvement Association shall be admitted to membership in this auxiliary. Let me go back to section 1. All women of Negro blood and African descent between the ages of 16 and 40 may become members of the auxiliary. Based on that, that looks like the auxiliary is limited to, the Black Cross nurses is limited to women. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
No, because they got male nurses today too.
Is that a resolution that we should propose to change the Constitution?
I think we should. I know with the Black Cross nurses, they were thinking to provide roles for women, perhaps, with the organization.
Right.
But now you got male and female nurses out there.
Right. Anyone else? Anyone else? A comment on the women only thus far?